So, hi Sam, how are you?
I'm really good.
So, you're running the Ignite conference.
Enlighten?
Where is Enlighten? Oh gosh, sorry.
It's all good. It does ignite. I'm sure it'll ignite a lot of people.
Well, maybe that's what I've been getting from the messages from it because there's so many awesome speakers
Yeah.
that are going. So, yeah, I reckon, yeah. What brought that about?
Oh, so Enlighten is a virtual conference. It's 7 days, really focused on holistic mental and emotional health. It's partly from my own lived experience and background in mental health, through my experience with addiction, psychosis, hearing voices, but also just as the leader of a company and a business this year, it's been so difficult. And I have my team members. I have, we normally run events. They've been a no go this year, obviously, but
Yeah,
we're very connected to our community, and there's a lot of people been doing it tough. So I am connected with a lot of incredible speakers, and we've had a lot more kind of come in through our promotions and publications, and it's just a space to create tools and support and stories and insight, and really just open this discussion of how's everyone doing, and how can we do better. So
yeah, I love that. That's what attracted me to it because at the beginning of lockdown over here in the UK, I started a meditation series, just straight up lives every night, just because, yeah, the same feeling like, how are you guys doing? Do you need tools to help you get through this, and to make the best of it? Because I see opportunities in what's happening as well. And I hope that by working with you and this conference, we're able to give people tools to get past the fear and move into the opportunity aspect. And that's maybe where I'm getting the ignite thing, because if we enlighten their their minds with joy, with tools that they don't have to suffer, then we can then show them tools and things they can do that take advantage of the opportunity. So, what is your aim with the conference?
um wow. My vision when I look at it is actually a really big long-term vision. It's around a more connected world where it's okay to have our humanness and our emotions, and to be real about where we're at, and to really start to include all the experiences, the shame and the fear and the doubt and the uncertainty and the ups and downs and the challenges and the setbacks, right? As let it be safe to shine and to express and to feel joy, and to be vulnerable, right? So I suppose that's my long-term vision for it. In the short term, it's really about uh, creating a space for a real diversity of messages that aren't, they're not around an illness lens. It's not about what's wrong with you and how can we like then treat that, but it's about, you may or may not have certain difficult or intense experiences, but how do you face life, and how do we help the whole of your person, whether it's through your body, through understanding your mind or your beliefs or your thought patterns, whether it's through tapping or breath work or looking at your nutrition, or starting to think about what relationships are healthy and helpful, and which ones are really causing you pain. And um, so this kind of whole human approach is a big piece of it, which is why we've got so many speakers. We've got over 100 people. It is based on Australian time zone. I have to admit that's the disclaimer for you
Yeah,
guys over in the UK, but it runs from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. So all our evening sessions or afternoon evening will be in your morning. So that's all good. And it's only that the
yeah.
7 days
It's
live.
$7.
It's
It's
$7. It's
$7. I mean,
Australian dollars. They're not even real
oh my
dollars.
goodness,
So
Australian dollars.
yeah, it's like
Not,
four
oh,
pound 30 something. Someone was telling me the other day they went and bought their ticket.
oh wow.
But you,
Yeah,
in addition to the 7 days, you get 2 months access to the recordings to go back and work through, and just take it at your own pace to revisit your favorite sessions, or to keep doing that one practice that you loved. And what
yeah. By
actually really,
sessions, what do you mean by sessions? Like what?
oh
I mean, I know I'm running
yeah,
one of the workshop sessions. So,
yeah.
but just for people who are going to watch this video,
So there's,
what are they going to get out of a session?
well, oh wow. There's workshops which are like
Yeah,
60 to 90 minutes. They're quite practical, interactive. They're going to go deeper into a tool or an approach, or A
Yeah,
real
I'm excited about running mine.
framework. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you bring forward too. We do have some keynotes which are a bit more like 45 minutes, and they're going to be a lot more, I suppose, sharing stories and bringing concepts and teaching. There'll be little
Yeah,
bits of experiential through it. I don't think you can stop some of our facilitators from bringing the experience in. But then we
yeah.
also have little stories, which will be about 25 minutes, which are people sharing their lived experiences, what they've gone through and overcome and faced in life. And
Yeah,
um,
I'm doing a 30-minute speaking slot
yeah,
where
yes,
I'll
that,
be sharing my recovery story and my success story, really, from recovery to success. So
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, and
looking forward to that.
you had one of the really super potent stories in there that I could see in terms of what you've faced in your life and the adversity that you've overcome. So,
Yeah.
and this is a big piece of the conference too, is that so many of our leaders are also going to share their own lived experience and sort of open that veil of the conversation around. It's not like there's the experts and then there's the lived experience. It's like we're all people and there's this huge, beautiful crossover. Do you want to share a little bit about what your workshop's focused on?
I have a way that I've seen life through coming from my experience, which is homeless at 17. No, 15, I was homeless, but 7 years. So basically, I have learned over the years there's three main tools that if you ignite them in your life, you have the ability to start that process of clearing and cleansing out your life of all the chaos and able to bring into your life the joy, the abundance, and the
I'm
opportunities
busy.
and the calmness of mind, especially through mental stuff. Like I've been through PTSD from being on the streets, anxiety, depression. I've struggled with all these things, malnourishment. So my body physically was bedridden for 2 years with malnourishment and mental fatigue from 7 years on the streets. So I've come from there to here, and these three superpowers is what I'm going to share. So, and how to use them every day, how to just, they become part of your life, they become a tool, and they're on you right now. So, they're a tool that you can use. And one thing I add to it that you mentioned earlier, and you mentioned the mind and the people around you and the conversations and the nutrition and but I add in the environmental aspects because one thing as humans we're not taking account from, but what the situation at the moment is making us open our eyes to is the environmental toxins. We are struggling under a weight of a barrage of chemicals in our system, in our air, in our environment that do affect our mental well-being. They do affect our health. So sometimes we can always put the stress on the person, like to work on their mind, to work on their body, to you keep, come on, if you just do this, you'll be fine. But I'm like, well, why don't we look at what chemicals are in your immediate environment?
Mhm.
Because if you remove them, you've removed a stressor that could be affecting your mind and not giving you the ability to focus. And it could just be there's some chemical in the body creams you're wearing that is causing a disruption within the communications in your body.
Yeah.
So this is what I bring is how to, I call it the MEB formula. So it's how to look at mind, environment, and body and just clear a space and start the process for you to move forward. So that's what I'm sharing in my workshop. And when I talk about my story, it will be a bit more in detail about how I've come from the streets to multi-award winning like entrepreneur basically and international speaker. So I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'm just sharing how I got here and what's worked for me, and hopefully that can help. Well, it's worked for other people that I work with as well, but we're all different. So there'll be a way you can just take what you need, you know, and have that recovery and have that life. You can have it. And COVID's a blessing in disguise, and not for a lot of people. I understand it's hard, but it's giving you a chance to stop. Do we want the world we have? Or do we want to change? And that's what your conference is giving a chance. It's hundreds of speakers who all have, I'm sure, as powerful stories as me and had a chance to just say, we all have a chance to say, do we want to carry on like this? Or, like you said, do we want to admit we're human? Do we want to admit that, yes, we have emotional ups and downs? Some days we feel good, some days we eat well, some days we don't. And and do we want to just compassionately be okay with ourselves and then those around us, and spread compassion and spread a cleaner environment, basically. So that's what I'm bringing to the table, and I'm so excited I get to do it. And I love Australia, so I'm kind of excited that I keep traveling from my office in the UK
Yeah.
to sunnier climes.
Yeah.
So where in Australia are you based?
I'm in the Gold Coast, so I'm in the super
Okay.
sunny kind of Queensland area,
Oh,
which is good. It's good. We have ended up with quite a few speakers that are in the US, the UK, Italy. Yeah, we've got a few scattered around the world as well as all around Australia. I think a few people in Bali are tuning in. Singapore.
what a spread of knowledge and experience,
Yeah,
what a spread of like humans
yeah.
who have lived and experienced and have used that and trained themselves
Mm.
to come to the conference, and for $7 Aussie. What? Oh, yeah. People just need to snap this up, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. I've done my
Yeah,
best to make it just as easy to say yes and actually get solutions as I can.
yeah.
Okay, that's
I've
been
saw that.
hmm,
Yeah, I've seen the way you've brought this to being, and you've always had an intention behind it of the people that come, there being no barriers to them utilizing all the knowledge of, like you said, these speakers from all over the world.
hmm.
So there's so much experience you could gain culturally, can I say that word right? From different speakers from different cultures, different environments they live in and
Yeah,
breathe in.
yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah,
It'll be a wonderful
super
experience.
impressed.
Yeah, super excited to have you joining.
Thank you. Yeah, me as well. So I think we'll stop the video there, yeah, just because we
Yeah,
don't want to waffle. We could waffle
yeah.
on for hours now, but
Tuning
we
in.
just want people to jump on,
Yeah.
and come to the conference and
Mhm.
and get this boost, especially with what's going on, man. Let's all gather together
Yeah, I
in
mean, there's
in
this
this
space
online
where
conference.
for yourself, but also the people around you that maybe they're not okay. And you're like, how can I help them more? Or how do I support those that I love and care about, or my team, or whatever your perception of is. If you want to look at that question too, there's a lot in there as well. So coming from
Yeah,
that angle. Anyway, thank you so much for this discussion today. It's been really wonderful. And thank you for everyone who's tuned in and listened. I really hope we
yeah,
do see you inside the conference.
fantastic.